you keep going in this and you get to some really juicy stuff or good stuff, important stuff. You talk about depression and you talk about guilt.
Right.
And they're so core, I think we should talk about them. Let's talk about depression first.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of medication these days.
Yes.
There's a lot of people that are depressed. There's that old phrase, which I don't know if is right or wrong, but depression is living in the past and anxiety is living in the future. I said that recently to a guest and they said, that's probably oversimplifying it. And it is. How do you see depression? What do you see that it is? How do you see people recognize it? What can people do about it?
I think a lot of times we mistake sadness with depression. They're two different things. Like sadness could be, I'm sad, but I know the immediate cause for it. I lose a partner, I lose somebody to death, there's a heartbreak, there's a divorce, I lose a job. I know the cause. A lot of times depressions, I don't even know what's happening. I can't see the cause, you know. A lot of times when it's sadness, I know if the cause is dealt with, I can come out of it. But depression, because I don't even know why I'm depressed. I'm taking pills, I'm taking medication, I'm still not feeling better. And that's taking me into a further downward spiral of negativity, you know. So a lot of times depression is not so easy to detect because you don't know what the cause is. And people mistake sadness for depression. If I say sadness, then I know the cause. It's very clear.
Right.
Whereas depression is something that's hidden deep within which I haven't addressed. Could be a memory from my childhood, a bad childhood. Could be a traumatic relationship. Could be a serious insecurity that I didn't pay attention to. Could be serious lack of self-esteem that I'm not dealing with. Because things that I don't deal with and push to the back burner are brewing up internally, causing a lot of toxicity and negativity internally, which I think everything's going fine. But I don't know what's happening internally. You know what I mean? So, which is precisely why today more than, and medication is needed 100%. There are times when we just hit rock bottom and without taking medication, it's really hard to come out of it. But for everything, if we go to medication, I think it's just kind of over the top because we need to also start taking control of our own lives, you know? Are we going to live our life entirely for the rest of the duration of our life just taking medication? No, we can't, because it's going to have a hell of a lot of side effects, you know, which we all know how hard it is to handle those side effects with the drugs that we take. So not at all dismissing the drugs, 100% we need to look at them, right? Because we know how hard it can get for people. They can't just function without a drug. Now, over and above all of these things that I feel are indeed important is, of course, the psychology, the psychiatry, but today we have something called a psychotherapy, talk therapy. And psychotherapy and talk therapy, more than counseling and everything else, believes that we need to go to the bottom, the root of the issue. We can't just numb our mind with a medicine, a pill or a drug. We can't just in the moment say a few things and make me feel better. I need to go to the root cause of why do I feel like this. Whereas with sadness, I know what the cause is. But with depression, I don't. There is a cause. There has to be a cause. How can there be an effect without a cause? We live in the world of cause and effect. It's just that I don't know. It's just that people around me and specialists can't figure that out. So in psychotherapy and talk therapy, I think people are trying to see if we can talk, discuss, make a person feel absolutely comfortable, bring them into a space where they start speaking, bring them into a space where they just are themselves when they're speaking, and then start finding connections. Then start finding connections in the entire narrative, in the entire narration, several sittings. Could this be the cause? And if this be the cause, could we address that in some way that the person starts feeling better, you know? So I feel it's such a problem in the world today. And I hope and pray that this field and this science of psychotherapy and talk therapy develops more. And we can actually start identifying those hidden causes, you know, which are lying there in our subconscious mind, which we are not even aware of. We are not even aware of. Imagine a child in a broken home seeing the father abuse the mother or any which way, and seeing that traumatic scene, a mother whom he or she loves so much, she's traumatized by that scene. But was at an age where he or she couldn't even process what was happening. And it's there in the subconscious mind. But grew up with this. Probably the father and the mother divorced each other, and this wasn't happening any longer. And is growing up, or she's growing up in school with this going on in the background. Nobody knows why it's happening. Why is this person suddenly just switching off? You know? So I think so much empathy, so much. I mean, I feel really emotional when I talk about these things, because people are just suffering. Believe me, you're just suffering like hell out there. And we need to have so much empathy and kindness, not label people, brand people, judge people, you know, and take this entire taboo away of mental health. If I have a fever, wouldn't I go to a doctor? Right? If I have a mental health issue, I have a body, I have a mind. Right? Why is there a taboo around mental health? Why shouldn't we talk about it openly? Why shouldn't people talk about it? So I feel there's such a great need to help people with this, and I sincerely pray that, you know, this field develops more and experts really kind of do more research in this space, and psychotherapy develops more, and we can learn how to figure out what is that underlying cause. I had a friend of mine here in London. He used to do hypnotic regression, you know, and very interesting person, very interesting person, local British. And he would talk to people. I think he still does it. He would talk to people and take them into their past, take them into past lives at times. Because a lot of times the trauma that people go through is not even from this life. It's from a space that they don't even know about. And no practitioner of psychotherapy can figure that out, you know. So this gentleman used to do this for those who believe in a life before and afterlife. He would take them back into a previous life or a life before to see what they're saying. And then he found out that there's something that they're going through then that's causing them trouble here. And then as a therapy, as a treatment, as healing, he would then have sessions where he would again regress them back to that stage and counsel and help them there in that life to heal that. And this patient started responding well, you know. So I think, yeah, these are things that I feel very much needed. So that's of course, I don't write all of this stuff in the book, but a little something has been mentioned in the book, yeah.
Do you believe in past lives?
I am forced to. I'm forced to, not because of my faith, just beyond faith. You know, let's not keep faith here at all. And if you heard me speak in my writings, I don't bring too much of the faith aspect to it at all. When I talk to people who study past life, you know, like we had Dr. Ian Stevenson from West Virginia University, who was dabbling into this field and doing research into this past life memory cases. And it's shocking to see how little kids can reveal to things that they have absolutely no exposure to. It's science, it's not faith. You know, it's science studying it. Dr. Ian Stevenson is not practicing any spirituality or any religion. He's just looking at it completely from a scientific perspective. And then he had a student who was studying this as well in India at an institute called NIMHAMS, National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, I'm supposing. It's in Bangalore in India. Her name was Dr. Satwant Pasricha, and she was also kind of, I'm guessing that was her name. She was assisting him in studying such cases in India. And one of Dr. Pasricha's case studies, I met him. He lives in Mumbai, who was a past life regression case. And he told me his entire story. He was just 3 years old, talking a language that was not spoken in his family, not spoken in his neighborhood, talking about places that he's never been to. He doesn't know geography. He doesn't know the map of the country. And talking about having a wife and a child, about being murdered. And then Dr. Pasricha, along with the parents and the team, took him to wherever he wanted. He was saying he belonged to. And every detail was substantiated and proven. So then I kind of say, let's keep faith aside and all of that stuff. Here's science talking about it. That there must be something. Otherwise, this guy, the brain is a new, fresh brain, is a 3-year-old. What is the connection? You know? So yeah, I do actually believe in a life before.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?